Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this webinar by NCERT and CENTA regarding a flagship initiative of the Ministry of Education and NCERT, which I'm sure many of you have heard about, and we'll shortly hear a lot more about it. We apologize for starting the webinar about 3 or 4 minutes late because of an internet fluctuation at our end. But welcome to the large number of teachers whom I'm seeing in the audience already. I see a lot of good evenings, but I would request everyone to instead put in your school name or your location name, something that will tell us a little bit more about you. And to some of you who have already done that, good evening, Priyanka from Korba. Good evening to Loganathan. Good evening to Vasundhara, to Ekta from Mumbai, to Satish from District Mandi in Himachal, to Dr. Surendra from Odisha, to Razia from New Delhi, to Pragnya, Sangli, Maharashtra, Kavita, Bhilwara in Rajasthan, Muhammad Yasir from Banda, Satya from Gorakhpur, many others. I think I'm now unable to keep track with the stream, but you can just see the range of locations that people are joining from, and I think I'm already counting at least 20 states across the country, probably more now. Yeah, probably more now. So wonderful to have you all over here. And as we get started, let me introduce our esteemed guests from NCERT, Megha and Soumya. Megha works in the government advisory domain, and she has been a Teach for India fellow in the past, has worked with teachers and school leaders in various capacities, and she is anchoring the initiative called Vidya Amrit Mahotsav at NCERT, which we are going to talk about today. Megha firmly believes that good teachers are the ones who know how to bring out the best in their students. So Megha, that's a great definition that I'm coming across on who is a good teacher. Soumya is a Young India Fellow and co-founder of Barefoot Education Foundation. She has been working on building educational leadership for under-resourced schools. She's also anchoring the Vidya Amrit Mahotsav at NCERT with Shiksha Lokam. And Soumya believes that every educator has the potential to be an empathetic and dynamic leader who can shape the world one lesson at a time. So Megha and Soumya, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much, Ramya. Thanks for providing this platform and this space where we can address to all the teachers across the nation. Thanks to you and to Center.
Thank you, Megha. We are glad to be a small part of this. So, as a very quick introduction, or before I introduce, let me actually ask the audience: have you heard about Vidya Amrit Mahotsav? I may not run my first poll right now, just in the interest of time. But have you heard about Vidya Amrit Mahotsav? Why don't you enter on the chat if you've heard about it and what you know about it? Okay, I get a few yeses from Nalini Ajay, Sneha Jadhav, Nimmi Sharma, Fazia Vani, Shikha Rijwani. Quite a few yeses now. So those who are saying yes, what do you know about it? What is Vidya Amrit Mahotsav? Okay, there are a few people who are saying no and they are hearing about it only today, which is fine. But the people who said yes, what do you know about it? Okay, so I see some very good answers. So I see that both Fazia and Nalini are talking about sharing teacher innovation ideas, and it looks like they have actually uploaded their submissions, possibly. If I understand the comment correctly, I hear from Sebush Jose that it's about introducing new teaching strategies and methods into the classroom to improve academic outcomes, to address real problems. From Narendra Singh on innovative ideas for classroom teaching, from Misbah on micro innovation in education. Great. So these are some of the first few comments that came up. And yeah, I'll read out one more from Kurumi Nelly, who's talking about a 1-minute video lesson for sharing. Okay, so I think the people who have commented have got a lot of the elements. And before I hand over to Megha and Soumya to introduce this more formally, I want to mention that Vidya Amrit Mahotsav is a flagship initiative of Ministry of Education and NCERT, where teachers are encouraged to upload their micro innovations from the classroom onto the Diksha portal. And there are many private organizations, including Center, who are trying to support this initiative in various ways. So, Center, for example, has partnered with NCRT to conduct a couple of these sessions to explain to teachers what this is all about and how they can participate. So, various private organizations are contributing to this national initiative in whatever way they can. And as somebody has rightly pointed out, Tina Oza has rightly pointed out, it's also a celebration. So India is celebrating teaching as part of Vidya Amrit Mahotsav. So with that, let me hand over to Soumya to take us through the first part of the presentation, and we can probably have a little more of interaction after that.
Definitely. I'll share my screen and Megha will take us through the first part.
Hi, am I audible to everyone? Can I get a confirmation? Am I audible? Hello.
Yes, Megha.
All right, thank you. Hi everyone, good evening everyone. So happy to see you all. Today we are going to talk about Vidya Amrit Mahotsav. पर विद्या अमृत महोत्सव के बारे में बात करेंगे बट एग्जैक्टली है क्या विद्या अमृत महोत्सव सो इट इज़ अ पार्ट ऑफ माइक्रो इम्प्रूवमेंट एंड माइक्रो इम्प्रूवमेंट लाइक द नेम सेज it it is about taking smaller steps to reach to the bigger goal. Now let's say I have to go for a marathon a month from now. तो क्या आज मैं दौड़ पाऊंगी क्या वो मैराथन विद माय करंट फिटनेस मे बी नॉट.
Okay, I'll continue to take us through the micro improvement approach. Micro improvement, the idea, like Megha was sharing, is that if we have a big goal, हमारे पास कोई बड़ा गोल है, उन्होंने एग्जाम्पल दिया एक मैराथन का, तो शायद हम आज उस गोल तक नहीं पहुंच सकते. We can't reach that goal today, but by taking smaller steps and by breaking down that bigger goal into smaller milestones, we will be able to reach our goals. So the idea of of a micro improvement is the same, uh, about thinking what can I do to make things 1% better than they were yesterday. And similar to some of the comments that we received, if uh, student academic outcomes and students' 21st century skills are our big goals for our children, then how do we break that into smaller goals and achieve that through smaller milestones? Megha, whenever, if you're back, you can take us through the
Sure,
journey.
sure. So, Vidya Amrit, which is also called Micro Improvement, was launched on 29th of July by our Honorable Union Home Minister Shri Amit Shah. And it was launched under Vidya Amrit initiative. This Mahotsav was launched under Vidya Amrit initiative. It's a national level festival which aims to promote and recognize micro improvements for innovative pedagogy implemented by teachers, teacher educators, and school leaders across India. It was launched on the account of Shikshak Parv and is being celebrated across India. It is in line with the objectives of national education policy, and it is very much aligned to the recommendations of NEP 2020. And like NEP 2020 envisions to nurture innovations, similarly, this program was launched on the similar lines, and it is basically launched to celebrate innovations in all domains of education, and it recommends the need for education and expression of out of box ideas as well. So, here the teachers and educators can basically, which they are already innovating in the classroom, can just submit their ideas on Diksha app. Yeah, so the deadline, there have been multiple extensions. The program was launched in September. There have been, the last date for submission of your innovative solutions is 10th of January, 2023. So this is the last call to all the teachers, teacher educators, and school leaders to go on Diksha app, which Soumya will share with us. How should we go on Diksha app and what exactly the process is? She will share the entire process with us. But this is the last call for all the teachers and school leaders to submit your innovative solutions, which you're already doing in the classroom. So far, the 25 states and UTs have made this program live in their region, and we have conducted 18 plus workshops to have all the teachers. We've invited all the teachers to submit their innovative solutions on Diksha app, and as a result, 4 lakh plus teachers have submitted their projects on Diksha app. This has been possible with more than 83 NGOs partnering with NCERT and state. Um, so all this is possible with with an ecosystem like having NGOs and organizations like Senta and Barefoot and Shiksha Lokam with us. So why should teachers participate in this Mahotsav? So this basically gives a platform for the teachers and school leaders at a state level and at national level as well, because the top 15 videos would be recognized from the state and then would be published on Diksha, and out of which top 3 videos would be recognized by the state. So these projects or videos would be that the teachers will submit will be recognized at the state level, and once we receive top 3 videos from each of these states, the nationally top 10 videos would be selected. So you may have a chance to be recognized nationally as well, and at state level also. Now, let's say as a teacher, if you're already innovating in a classroom, it would, as a teacher, it would be a great idea to share your innovation ideas with the other teachers, so that your idea is implemented let's say in different geographies across India, and other students also benefit from your ideas. So your idea goes into a larger educational community, and a lot of students get benefited by your you know innovative solutions. And as a part of Vidya Amrit Mahotsav, what all videos can you submit on Diksha? So the theme is basically innovative pedagogy. So of course your ideas, your solution has to be on the basis of pedagogy or assessments, but it can be there are multiple domains like infrastructure. If you have made any infrastructural changes in a school or classroom that you think are very innovative, and that you think that teachers and school leaders and students are being benefited by it, and in what sense, like can you measure the impact of that change that you've made in the infrastructure of your school or classroom, then you can submit that as an idea. For example, if you have made any for your children with special needs, if you have made any changes to your school that has made life easier for children with special needs, and has increased enrollment in your schools or attendance in your schools of these children, then that can be counted as one innovative solution which can be implemented across the nation. Then there is people. uh, you can submit your ideas based on management, based on governance. If you have helped in the increase in the attendance of your students or classroom or teachers as a school leader, or in terms of motivation of teachers, if you've seen some really good ideas coming up from teachers, and you've seen students getting motivated and finally achieving their learning outcome out of that innovative solution, then you can submit that. uh, if you, as a teacher or a school leader, has introduced any technology solution in a school that has made process easier or automated, or anything that technology has made life easier for the students or teachers or school leaders across your region, then you can submit that idea as well. We will be, if time permits, we will be sharing a couple of videos with you as well. uh, I'm going to talk about the phases of Vidya Amrit Mahotsav. The preparation phase, there are four phases: preparation, program implementation, evaluation, and celebration. Now, in the preparation stage, it is mainly for the states, SCRTs, and not for teachers. Where like I mentioned, 25 states and UTs have made this project live. So it was those 25 states and UTs that have prepared on Diksha app for to make it live for you, all teachers and school leaders. Then it is program implementation, where the bigger role to play is for you guys, for all the teachers, teacher educators, and school leaders. In the program implementation, teachers will be able to will be submitting their projects on Diksha app, will be shooting a video, and will be ideating on what exactly is the problem in their classrooms. How are they solving that? How are they presenting that solution and submitting that solution on Diksha app? So that is a program implementation. So once you have shared all your ideas on Diksha app, the states will be identifying top three videos and will be submitting to NCERT. Once NCERT receives top three videos from each state and UTs, then they will be evaluating those videos and sharing top 10 nationally. So there will be, once NCERT identifies top 10 videos, and teachers who have submitted these ideas, they will be recognizing those top 10 videos and the teachers. So that is the celebration stage. We will be taking all your questions just after a couple of slides. So please post your questions. We will be taking them soon. So once you've made these videos, uh, what should you keep in mind while creating these videos? Um, so you should keep in mind that your video is very, very simple to understand, because let's say a state, for example, I'm telling you that Bihar has submitted more than 1.5 lakh videos. So those 1.5 lakh videos will be evaluated. So it's always just a second. So these videos will, so Bihar has 1.5 lakh submissions. So they will be evaluating these videos. Now, if you submit a very complex video which does not share what you're trying to say, what your exactly solution is, then it will be very difficult. No matter how effective your solution is, if it's not simple, if it's not simply shared, then it will be very difficult to evaluate it. The evaluator or the jury might not be able to identify the essence of that solution. So, in a very crisp and clear manner, please share your video. It should be very simple. There should It should be a 5 minute video which should exactly share that what exactly your solution is and how did the students get benefited with that solution. So, in a very simple way, how relevant that video is. How relevant in the sense, if it's for, let's say, a class one student, then are you really, what LOs are you trying to, achieve? Is that a class one LO, or, is it what you're trying to teach is exactly for class one or not? So, you have to check for relevance as well. How impactful that video is, if that video has actually made the change in the classroom, and how did you measure that impact? Did you take an assessment? Was there a before and after of that innovative solution? That measurement is very, very important, and that evidence as a measurement has to be submitted in the form of a video. How, since the theme is innovation, it is very important for the video to be the solution to be innovative. How unique that solution is. Your problem may or may not be unique, but the solution should be unique. And how collaborative you have been. Have you been have you taken student testimonials or teacher testimonials for your videos? That is one criteria how the video will be evaluated. And last but not the least, reusability. Can your innovative solution be used pan India, or for with other states as well, or is it very geography focused? So that these are the criteria of your video. Now, how should you conduct a Vidya Amrit Mahotsav project? First, you have to identify what exactly is the problem in your classroom. Ideate with the other fellow teachers, with the students, what exactly the challenge is in your classroom, and create an action plan for that challenge. Take actions to solve that problem. When you create an action plan, I execute that action plan and identify what exactly change that action has caused in your classroom. If there has been a positive change, and that can be replicated across different classrooms, and you think different schools or different geographies, then please share on the chat. Soumya, do you want to take from here, or should we take questions before we go ahead?
I would actually suggest Megha and Soumya that before you move forward in the presentation, it might be a good time to take a few questions, which I'm seeing repeatedly on the chat, if that's okay with you. Great. So there are several questions with respect to the method of uploading, but I will pause. I will not ask those questions right now because I know you're going to cover that in the next part of the presentation. Let me ask a few other questions on the overall initiative. So one, can retired teachers also participate in this initiative? And this is a question from Vipin Sharma.
So that's on the state's prerogative. If the state has made it live for those teachers, then you would be able to submit. You may want to check on Diksha app if it is applicable for you or not.
Great. So you're saying that this may be different from state to state, and it will depend on what your state government has decided.
Yes.
Okay. The other question is from Amita Dikshit, asking whether we can post videos which were created during the lockdown. So videos which are maybe 1 year old, etc. Is that okay? Sorry, Soumya, your voice is not audible. Maybe Megha can answer that.
Sorry, could you repeat the question? Older videos at the time of
Yeah,
lockdown.
questions which were,
Yeah.
sorry, videos which were created during the lockdown.
Yes. So I don't think time should be an issue. As long as the video, as long as the solution is innovative and has created impact in the classroom and can be measured, that impact can be measured, it's fine.
Okay. The next question is from Bushra Ansari. What is the maximum duration allowed for the video?
The video should be at max 5 minutes long.
Max 5 minutes.
Or
Yeah.
50
So I think
MB
Bushra,
size.
you were correct. Sorry.
And of 50 MB size. The size limit as well.
What is the size limit? Sorry, Megha.
50 MB.
Okay, great. So 50 MB, maximum 5 minutes, can be less than that. Coming to Shruti Dadwal's question, does it have to be on a student-facing problem or issue, or can it be an innovation on an academic topic
That's a
without
very good
involving
question.
students?
It can be, since it is open for teachers, teacher educators, and school leaders as well. So we have seen videos coming from school leaders where they have shared innovative solutions that have impacted teachers. But then their videos also show the impact that they have created by sharing the teacher testimonials. So you have to share an evidence of your innovative solution and the change that it has caused in the class, in a community.
Got it. So I think there are multiple questions which are somewhat related to this one. So there is a question from Ritika Ambani on whether the videos can be related to any innovation. Do they need to be solving a specific problem, etc. And I think the broader answer is that yes, the video can be on any aspect of improvement as long as you are able to show what kind of change that has led to. And which also brings me to another question, which is, can the evidence of the change be on just one student, or does it need to be on a class as a whole? This is from Surekha Kapoor.
Well, ideally, if it is, um, if it covers more than 5 children, it will be easier for us to understand if it is reusable or not. Since reusability is one criteria that on which the videos will be evaluated. So if we see that the impact is on more than on multiple children, and it will be easier for us to understand if it can be replicated across the nation. So there'll be more points for reusability.
Yeah.
However,
Thanks, Nida. That's a very clear
However-
answer. So it's not like a criterion that it has to be for so many children or so many children. But as Megha is explaining, ultimately the broader purpose of Vidya Amrit Mahotsav is that many other teachers across the country should feel inspired by the micro innovations that you have done, and hopefully use some of those learnings in their own classroom. And that is likely to be true only if you have yourself tried it with at least a few students and not just one particular student. So if you've tried it with a few students at least, the chance of your video getting selected is higher. So I think we have answered many of the questions on this side of it. What is the last date for uploading now?
It is 10th of January, the last day.
Okay, so we are just
No
5
more
days.
extensions. Yes.
Great. So we are just 5 days away from the deadline. So all the teachers who are watching this webinar, either live or later on Centa's YouTube channel, please make sure that you rush to submit your micro innovation before the 10th of January. So all of you have been asking a bunch of questions. Let me now ask you two questions before I hand it back to Soumya and Megha to take us through the process of uploading and hopefully also a couple of examples. So before we go to that, I'm going to share my screen and ask two questions. So the first question, and I request everyone to go to www.menti.com www.menti.com and use the code 15127128. I'll repeat that, 15127128. That is on menti.com. I hope everyone is able to see www.menti.com 15127128. And I think I lost my screen share. I'm just going to share my screen again. I think you can see my screen. Okay. So the question that you need to answer is, when can you participate in Vidya Amrit Mahotsav? When can you participate in Vidya Amrit Mahotsav? Options are: only when you have made fundamental changes in your classroom, only when you have made big contributions outside your classroom, when you have made any small improvement within or outside your classroom, or when you have done research on a particular topic. So a lot of answers have started coming in. So go to menti.com, menti.com, and use the code 15127128. Okay. Though the votes are still coming in, looks like most of you know the answer. So I'm going to move to the next question. So the majority is correct, which is when you have made any small improvement within or outside your classroom. So you don't need to make fundamental changes or big contributions to participate in Vidya Amrit Mahotsav. The whole idea of this initiative is that on a day-to-day basis, teachers are making many improvements inside their classrooms and or outside their classrooms, and these need to be showcased to the entire country. So whenever you've made any small improvement, you can participate by uploading a video related to that. You don't need to have done research on the topic either. Let me move to the next question. So the next question, I'm going to request everyone here to now type in menti.com, www.menti.com. Again, for those who did not get the code, it is 15127128. Type any micro improvement you have made in your classroom. And I'm going to request Megha and Soumya to see what comes up and tell us whether these are the kinds of things people can make submissions about, to make it very live. And each of you can type any number of times. Sorry, please don't answer the previous question here. Some of you who are saying option C, please don't say that here. This is the next question. Please type any micro improvement that you have made in your classroom.
Yeah, I think so far the responses we've received, discipline issues, activity-based learning, customized mentoring program, all of these are valid micro improvement submissions for Vidya Amrit Mahotsav.
Great, great. So, again, making maths easy and interesting for primary level through different techniques, discussing every day about some 5 general facts, working on emotional intelligence with students, doing a mock parliament to teach federalism, students doing fee collection. So that is an example of a micro innovation which is more on the administrative side, changes in seating arrangements, using gaming in academic topics.
Yeah. Yeah, all of these are great micro innovations that we are seeing from teachers already. And would just like to reiterate what Megha and Ramya have shared already, that while we are doing all of this, it's important to demonstrate the impact of these micro innovations, especially for the purpose of submitting your project to Vidya Amrit Mahotsav. So while we are taking great efforts in terms of the activities that we are doing, it will also be uh, at an evaluation stage, we would be looking forward to see how it actually changed the lives of students or whoever your stakeholders are.
Great. So, Soumya, I think with that comment of yours, I think it's a perfect transition to how to upload and also to give a couple of examples, maybe both on what a micro innovation might look like and what the video might look like in terms of showing the impact of that micro innovation. So, over to you for taking us through the upload process. And meanwhile, I think everyone can see the ticker on the screen. Last date to upload the submission is Jan 10th, 2023, which is 5 days from now. So, please do listen to Soumya and Megha very carefully on how to do this. Soumya, just one more quick thing before you start, which is language. Can we upload in any language?
Yes, you can upload in any language. It could be any of your region. We are accepting all Indian languages as well as English.
Great.
I'm just going to try again to share my screen. One thing, before we actually go into the uh, app demo walkthrough, we also wanted to inform everybody that for Vidya Amrit Mahotsav, the projects can be submitted on the Diksha mobile app. It will not be possible for you to view the project on the web browser. So make sure that you are logging in through your mobile and only then creating your profile. Ramya, can you confirm if my app is visible now?
Yes, Soumya, it is becoming visible, but coming back to the somehow you are losing your screen share. Yeah, now it's visible. Now it's visible. Yeah.
Okay. So I'll just exit out of the app and show you how the logo looks like. So you will be able to see this blue and green logo on a white background, which is the Diksha app logo. When you come to the screen, on the bottom, you will see one person, like an icon of a person. This is where you create your profile. In your profile, there are a few things that you have to mandatorily fulfill. So you have to select your role. You have to put in your name and you have to select your role. So as you can see, the Diksha app is available to all of these people. And I have selected my role as a teacher for the purpose of this demo. Then you select the state in which you are practicing as a teacher. Then you select the district. On all of these four, you will see an asterisk mark, which is compulsory. However, for Vidya Amrit Mahotsav and to access the project, you also need to fill all the fields that are below district. So you need to select your block. I have selected Ajmer Urban as my block over here. You have to select your cluster. Then in the school list, you will find all the different schools that have been submitted by the state. So you have to select your school and you have to click on submit. Once you do this, it will say your profile is submitted successfully. However, you need to go back to the profile and also select your board. So you'll select your board. I have selected it as State Board Rajasthan. You may select any, if you're logging in from Maharashtra, you can select State Board Maharashtra. It is also open to CBSE board, so you can select that in case you're a teacher in a CBSE school. After that, you select the medium of the school. So if it's a Hindi medium school or it's a Marathi medium school, you select that. You select your grade and you select the subject that you teach. Then you click on save. Now you need to go to the home button. You will see the burger menu on top, which is these 3 lines. You need to ensure that you are in new Diksha mode. So I will right now switch back to classic mode. This is not where you want to be. Now you will see I have again clicked on the burger menu and I go to the third drop down, which the third item in the list, try new Diksha experience. This is where you want to be. So this is the screen that you want to be on. You may take screenshots if that helps you for later. We also have video user guides uploaded on the NCERT YouTube channel to guide you in case you forget how to do these processes. Once you come to the new Diksha experience, then you need, on your homepage, you need to scroll down. You will see a tile called project. So you click on that project tile. And over here, you will see just below the search button, there's an assigned to me. So these are all the projects that are assigned to me. Typically, if you have only selected one state, you will see that one project. But since I have been playing around with my Diksha profile, you will see many projects on my profile. Since we selected Rajasthan as the state, I'm going to show you the app walkthrough for Rajasthan. So over here it says WAM synopsis _ edit this and add your project name. So I click on it and I click on the start improvement button. Now, what I need to do is that I need to click on this pencil tab. So just under WAM synopsis, you will see some blue icons. The third icon, which is the pencil icon, is what I will pick. Again, you will see another blue icon, which is again the pencil icon. I will again click on that. Now, over here, what you want to do is, it says edit this and add your title. So I'm just going to remove all the instruction part and I'm going to let the WAM underscore synopsis be where it is. So we had some projects that were suggested in the Mentimeter. So I'll just take an example of one of those projects. So let's say my project was the customized mentoring. So I say WAM underscore synopsis underscore mentorship program. After that, in the description, I have to add what was my project objective, as well as what challenge was I trying to solve. So again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just remove all of this instruction part, and I'm going to write my project objective. So my objective is that students should understand. Students will be able to understand and make informed career choices. I have chosen this project because I'm just going to write from because, but you please write it completely. I've chosen this project because students in my class only knew of 10 career options. Okay? So I saw that students really are not aware, and that's why I started this project. After this, I just need to click on Save Edits. Then I will go on Back, this top blue icon, which takes you back. After this, I will go to Task Details. Please note that right now you will see that the Submit Improvement button is in gray. So a lot of teachers write to us and to the state saying that I'm not able to submit the project. You will not be able to submit the project until you come to the task details. So I've currently taken you to the task details, and you mark all the tasks as complete. So above in the yellow highlighted box, you will be able to see your progress, which says 0 on 2 complete. So this means 0 on 2 tasks are completed. And because of that, you are not seeing the submit improvement. It will only get activated and become blue once you complete the task. So let's read out the first task. View learning resources to learn about innovative pedagogy and how to document your project. So over here, when you see there are 2 yellow buttons on the first task, you have to click on View Resources. When you click here, you will be able to see different learning resources that have been uploaded. The first one is a video which talks about what is innovative pedagogy and what type of projects you can actually submit. And the second one is how to document your innovative pedagogy project. Over here, we have given detailed video guidelines as well. We have also given an example of a project that a school teacher can do, as well as a project that a school principal can do. So here you can understand all the steps that you need to take in order to complete the project, and also how do you then, after completing the project, document it in the form of a video. After going through, right now I just talked about it, but essentially what you will need to do is you have to, for example, click on how to document your innovative pedagogy. It will open up the PDF. You have to play it. You need to read through it. Then you need to click on exit. Don't worry, this will not make you exit from the app. It will just exit from the particular learning resource. After clicking on exit, then you need to click on this gray button on the top left corner, go back. The same thing you will do with all learning resources that you can see. Then after going through all of the learning resources, you have to click on the blue arrow that takes you back. You need to click on the first task. Then you need to select on status, the drop down, the arrow that you see, mark it as completed, click on OK. You will see that there's a green banner saying your changes have been saved. Then you click again on the blue arrow that takes you back. Now, please notice the change in the yellow progress box, which says 1 by 2 completed. So one task has been completed. The second thing then that you have to do is write action steps that you took to solve your challenge. So we identified our challenge as students are not aware about different career options. I clicked on that task. Now again, you will see that there's a blue pencil that shows up. So you will click on this blue pencil. You will remove all the instructions that were written over here. Then you'll write your task 1. So let's say my task 1 was, I gave students a task of writing all career options they know in group. After writing my task, I have to then again mark it as completed. Now, obviously, if you have done an innovative pedagogy project, it will not get completed in one action step. So you maybe want to add more action steps. For that, you will see this at the bottom of the screen. There's a blue tab which says add or your own task. So I'll write my task number 2, which is I ask the students to find out about at least 3 more career options by interviewing people. Same thing, I will say add task. Here you also have an option to attach a file. So let's say you have some photos of students actually interviewing. So you can attach file and you can select that photo. Now I'm clicking on load more tasks. I'm going back to this particular task that I just added. And again, I'm going to mark it as completed. You'll follow this process for all the steps that you have undertaken. In the interest of time, I'm not going to add more tasks, but you follow the same process of adding your task, marking it complete until you have added all the tasks that you undertook. Now, till now, we have not added our video, but a video is compulsory. A 5-minute video is compulsory for a valid participation in Vidya Amrit Mahotsav. You will add that after completing submit improvement. So now you'll see it says 3 by 3 completed and my submit improvement button has become active. So I click on that and I get a prompt screen which asks me, would you like to add any evidence of impact as photos, videos, remarks or documents before submitting? Here is the place where you need to go onto your gallery and submit your video. After attaching your video, you have to submit improvement and then you will click on the submit button. Once you do that, you will get a badge on your screen once this process is completed. See, now it says, congratulations, you have successfully submitted this improvement project. By reading this, you will know that your project is submitted. A few clarifications that I want to make. One is that you cannot submit project links. So if you have already done a particular project and you have uploaded it on YouTube, you will still need to upload it as a file. So you'll have to download it because we are not accepting any external links. The project has to be uploaded on Diksha. It has to be a 5-minute video. It has to be the video should be a maximum of 50 MB. And the video needs to include certain important components. One is your introduction. So you can say, okay, hi, I'm a teacher from so and so school, from so and so state, and I teach this subject. You can introduce your challenge, what you saw in the classroom. Then you need to show what actions you took for that. When you come to the action part, you can put some recordings of actual classrooms, or you can also show some photos. So you have to show what all you did. After that, then you have to include the impact of the project that you did, and basically how students improved. For this part, you can again include, just some photos, some videos, and also a narration from your end. All of this has to be done within 5 minutes.
Thank you for a very detailed presentation, Soumya, on how to upload. Uh, just to address a couple of things from the audience, yes, as usual for all center webinars and particularly our weekly series CENTalks, there is a feedback form for which the link has been posted, and basis which you will also be getting your record of participation. Some of you are not able to see the column for the webinar code. You can leave it blank or not enter it if you're not able to find the space for that. Coming back to Vidya Amrit Mahotsav, one of the questions I'm seeing on the stream again and again is, can private school teachers participate?
So again, and that's on the states. If the states have made it live for the private schools, they will be able to see the name of their schools on Diksha app. If the states have not made it live for private schools, they will not be able to see their school name. So that is completely on state.
So that's probably the reason why a couple of people have mentioned that they are unable to see their school name. So your particular state may not have made it live. A related question is, how do we find out the block of the school?
Uh, so usually government schools already know their blocks, but for private schools, you can type your address on Google and you will be able to find out the block. The block is like a smaller unit of a geography after a district. So you'll just have to Google it and find that.
So if you put the school address on Google, you will generally get the block name. That should not be difficult. So I think most of the questions from the chat have been addressed. Is there any email address or place where people can send queries, Soumya and Megha?
Yeah. So people can issue their queries on Diksha PMU email ID. I will just share this email ID, and someone can write it on the chat as well. The email ID is diksha.pmu@ciet.nic.in. You can share your queries here, and we will be able to address them.
Yeah.
I will.
So I'm requesting my colleague from Centa to take the email address from the private chat and put it on the public chat. It is diksha.pmu@ciet.nic.in. So as you are submitting your micro innovations in the next 5 days, remember December 10th is the deadline. In case you come across any further queries or questions, please enter, please send them to this email address. Let me ask one last question. Does a teacher need to be from a particular school to participate, or is it also open to individual teachers?
So again, the as we saw in the app walkthrough, you will have to select a drop down of a school. So in any case, if you're a private school or if you're not associated with the school, unless your name is on that drop down, you won't be able to participate.
Okay, so I think that addresses it. Any last comments from your side, Soumya and Megha, before we wrap up?
So there was one question that came up a few times, which was that can teachers submit in their local language? I think which Soumya also addressed it. So yes, they can. You can any Indian language and English. All these languages are acceptable. So please share before time. Please do not wait for last day. This video is going to take some time. The ideation of the innovative solution is going to take some time. Please don't underestimate. Also, we want it would be really nice for you to share your best practices across the world, across the nation. So please share your best practices before time, before 10th of January.
Great. Thank you. Thank you so much, Soumya and Megha. Thank you so much to all the participants for actively interacting and participating in this session. Glad that many of you found it to be very informative. I'm seeing comments like you're happy to invest this 1 hour in this session. So glad that you found it useful. And once again, NCERT and CENTA are very happy to join hands in running this session. And CENTA is very grateful to be a small part of this national initiative by NCERT and Ministry of Education. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ramya. Thanks to the entire team of Center. Thank you.
Thank you.